welcome back to Cracker Creations. Today's video is going to be on the Contemporary Hotel. I hope you guys are liking the video series of all the attractions and hotels and areas of the park. We've got a lot to work on, a lot more to go through, and we thank you for being with us today. And we're going to take a look at the Contemporary. It is a mock, my own mock, and it's one of my favorite builds. Once I started doing the resorts, I had to get all three major resorts on the Seven Seas Lagoon, and then I had to surround it with the monorail track. So as we come down to look at the Contemporary, obviously I only have half the build. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to show the interior. It's such a neat interior, the Grand Concourse, so I had to show that. And so the plan the whole time was to make just half of that A-frame building. I think it really complements the park here and balances everything out as we look down through the resort area. Obviously, I have the monorail, and that is, again, one of my own creations as well. And I have that in the Contemporary as we look at it here. And you do see Mary Blair's mosaic as well. And it's just a great view from this point here, obviously. But let's take a look at the outside real quick here. I used those wedge pieces coming all the way up the side there. I used a lot of windows, and I tried to make it, obviously I wasn't gonna make all the rooms or levels, floors that is in the hotel, but I thought that three would suffice. And I think it looks pretty good from a scale standpoint. And as we come around there, obviously the side here, I do have the studs facing outward. Those are plates on the side there to make those walls. And obviously I've themed it a little bit with the Incredibles like they have down there. And those are all doors and windows and balconies there that look over the Seven Seas Lagoon. As we come around the side here, then we have the entrance from the monorail track. And no, the monorail track is not functional, but I did, somebody showed me online, or told me about it online, was to bend the pieces. I'm sure the purists don't like that, but I wanted to get that round effect there. And I know it's a little bit too much of an angle there, but to fit on the table and to kind of complete the, the track around the resorts, I think it looks pretty good for what I have to work with here. So as that comes down, it goes into the glass wall of the middle of the build there. And I used a shaded window and then broke it up with black beams in between there. And so that's where the entrance is. And then when we come down here, obviously we're looking right over Chef Mickey's here. And let's get around to the front of Chef Mickey's. There's the front right there. And then you go in and I've got Chef Mickey in there. We made some countertops. We've got the booths there. We've got a variety of people eating there. Grogu and Mando. Yeah, it looks like we have Princess Amidala. Do we have there? Yes. And just some random person. And we've got a couple vending machines there. We've got the guys from the Muppets over there eating. And so we try to make it fun. Like I said, we add the IPs. And again, the reason why I don't use all just regular, quote, people minifigs is because I don't have a lot of them. It's hard to just gather those up. So I like to use all the characters that I have. And I think it makes it fun, show the different IPs and things of that nature. Now the Contemporary, the Contempo Cafe right next to Chef Mickey's, we've got completed in there as well. And we've got some areas back there where we're buying some pastries and that. You can see over the top there. It's an open top building. At least it was the last time. We did not get to the Contemporary Hotel this last vacation, but the last time we were there, the Contempo Cafe was there. We stayed at Bay Lake Tower, which has a walkway that comes to the Contemporary. It's kind of neat that it's all contained right there. This is one side of the Mary Blair mosaic there. I stuck a hidden Mickey in there and a little Lego sign there. Use the dots pieces to create that, just randomly pretty much. And so that is this side. We do have, if we look up there, I don't have the rooms. No, I don't. I do have to do a lot of finishing up on those. I'm probably going to close that down a little bit to make it more like the hallway balcony area there. But right now I kind of like the light coming in that you can see out to the Seven Seas Lagoon there. I think it's kind of neat. So, and there is the monorail. I placed that in there. I can pretty much take the monorail to any of the places on the track that is thick. Those are the straightaway areas in front of the Polynesian, in front of the Grand Floridian over there, and then in front of Main Street USA, obviously the train station. And then over here, obviously in the hotel. So as we come around the side, we do have some greenery right at the base of the mosaic. And we come around, got some characters from the Muppets there. And then we have the seating there. We've got the other side of the mosaic. We got the five-legged goat there. And there's the other side of the monorail coming out the other side there. And then also got a shout out to the security again down there. I've got a security checkpoint for the monorail there. Shout out to those guys. And then we've also have the store, the souvenir shop that's on this side as well. And I used the Mickey ears from one of those new Mickey sets because it does have Mickey ears on top. Not necessarily just like that, but again, using what we have. And then inside, we've got some, it's hard to get the detail with my phone, but there's the Magical Mickey hat. There's the apple over there. I've got the mirror sticking out of the window there. Then we got Lumiere. And we've got some lightsabers in the window there. And so I think that turned out really good. And then as we come off this side, we have, again, the window on this side where the monorail emerges and goes out in front of the train station. Over on this side then, I'll give you some viewing of that. And again, a lot of times I like to use the pieces in different angles there. It saves on pieces and it gives a good texture to the wall there, a little different than just a smooth all the time and at a different angle. I haven't done a lot of detail with the steakhouse at the top there, but that might be to come. We might work on that a little bit more as we go along here. So we've got a couple buses out front here. Some of those are my custom buses, the Disney buses. That's a favorite of our family. We like to travel on those when we're down there. Obviously, we like to travel on the monorail as well. And it's just great to put your car away and not have to worry about that if you drive down, or you don't have to worry about anything if you fly down, because we're quite a bit away from the Magic Kingdom. So there's some other views here. Let's get it from the other side here. Across, there's the Polynesian, and we can see it from the Grand Floridian across the Seven Seas Lagoon, and I think it looks pretty good over there. So again, the monorail itself, the track, it is elevated, and I think it elevates a little more. I made it so it elevates just a tad bit more as it goes up into the Contemporary here. I think that turns out really well. So let me give you a couple more views here. Detailed views. A lot of people always ask me, hey, get some closer views. So here are some views of the build. I would like to put some more tile down on the ground. I get that comment a lot. Tile's expensive, so it's a little hard to get too much tile, but when I can, I do. And like at the entrance here, I do have some different tiles there to break that up a little bit, bring some color too in there. But I do like the tile look as well. It is hard to get a lot of it at one time. As we come down and look at, there's Chef Mickey himself. I remember taking the kids there for, the breakfasts and the the buffet and all that. It was a very fun time. Got a lot of pictures from that when the kids were little. So here's another view from this side. And then we come around the front here. So I think that'll about do it. We really appreciate you guys watching and liking, sharing our stuff with everybody, trying to build the channel a little bit. We just do this to really give people something to look at. I know people love Disney, great fans like we are. And it's always a goal as a child. Always wanted to make, you know, the modeling, the miniature world was obvious, you know, something to aspire to when you're playing with your toys and that. I like to show this to the youngsters, and it's really relaxing for me. So I really appreciate you guys watching. That drives us to keep going and produce more videos, and catch us on Instagram and TikTok. Remember, if you want your minifigs in the park, you want some PHOTOPASS pictures, don't hesitate to send them to us. I will again put the information at the end of this video. You can send those to us. Obviously the minifigs will stay in the park, but we'll send you some neat pictures, and then the minifigs will be part of the park for years to come. So I'll give you a little trip down Main Street for a little end here. There's the 100 sign. And then here we go, and let's give you a nice view before we end this. Right down Main Street. So again, thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking. Hit that like button for us, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.